time I commentated this and failed. I got past this point in the commentary. He actually brought a shuttle here and then failed to, and then he saw the barracks and he had to come here to set up the expansion too. If the expansion probably would have been more effective if it was placed here. He can mine gas, and the engineering bay coming to scout this. And meanwhile, a huge drop well, not a huge drop, but a vulture drop. Looks like the vultures were able to kill with their mines the 2 dragoons that were there to defend. And but vultures will not be able to take down that nexus. Vultures, I think, deal 5 damage per shot to a building. I don't know if that doesn't make sense. That's what I've heard. I don't know if that's right. And that mine just being taken out right before. Guys, I don't know how much vultures do to anything. I just know that they 2-hit probes and drones and 3-hit FCVs. I'm sorry. KnightofNi's dragoons doing a great job microing around ProbeFarm's probes. And meanwhile, there's a Dark Templar in the mineral lines of KnightofNi. This is Sentinel's Dark Templar, and there was a scan going off. He knows it's there, but he doesn't have the forces to stop it. A second scan. It's got 16 kills already. Meanwhile, the SCV built a turret to try to make the mines more effective because there's an overload up there. Now 19 kills on that Dark Templar, 20 kills. There's nothing. Sentinel has pretty much taken KnightofNi out of this game. 25 kills. 25 kills, and it's probably going to get that one too. So 26 kill Dark Templar. Now it's going to start hammering away. And a 26 kill Dark Templar. That's so hard to come back from. And 300 minerals is all that remains for KnightofNi. So he's going to have to rebuild his economy from before the level of the economy you have at the beginning of the game. The Observer just now coming back to kill off that Dark Templar, but it did more than its work, and it almost took down the shields and started dealing damage. But anyways, it looks like there was a 4 Goliath drop at this expansion. It didn't manage to take out any buildings, but there are no probes mining here, so and no probes evacuated around. But ProbeFarm and Sentinel reinforcing with 2 drops of their own, so doing a good job of saving the expansion, and it's good to see nice teamwork. And now they're going to start hammering away at that engineering bay. And Sentinel could probably set up an expansion here and share an expansion with his buddy, and thus make it safer, because you can have like turrets and dragoon station there. And I haven't looked at tech for a while. Here's the Arbiter, which is up, and he's probably going to be setting up for a recall now because he only has 1 shuttle. And it looks like Sentinel's bringing 1 more probe. I don't know what that is. The purpose of 1 probe, maybe to build an expansion here, but the Corsair is there and would scout it. And it looks like ProbeFarm's setting up to reinforce Sentinel. And a double drop, ProbeFarm and Sentinel dropping Zealots, Marines, and Vultures, and this is probably going to take out KnightofNi's base. KnightofNi has 3 probes in his main. Meanwhile, Sentinel's, Revo's built up quite a force of dropships. He's got a tank and about 8 dropships. So if an Arbiter is coming out, and I think he has a +1 weapon. If this Arbiter comes into the base, it might die before it gets off the recall, because upgraded Goliaths have a range of 8, and if they're perched all the way on the edge, this could be bad. But an 8 Goliath drop, and one of the drops is going down with 4 Goliaths in its belly. So they're unlucky or unfortunate or bad, or whatever you want to call it. I don't want to be too mean to Revo, but losing a dropship full with units is something that you can't afford to do. This expansion did indeed go down, and it looks like KnightofNi is still not producing anything, still not able to get back in this game. He's still building up his economy. He's got a lot of gas stored up. He's not going to be mining gas for a while. That Arbiter is about 20 energy short of a recall, so if it's going to time for a recall, it should move out right now. The least defended base is is KnightofNi. He only has 4 dragoons defending his base, and he's producing a 5th dragoon, so I guess he's back to the economy where he can produce out of 1 gateway. Meanwhile, the barracks and not really doing anything, just floating around, chilling. sorry, I can't come up with these names on command. Revo with 3 dropships is coming to. I don't know what he's going to do with those dropships. It looks like he's in indecision. It looks like he's taking a circuitous route around these turrets so that he can drop the base. He can drop the expansion of Sentinel. And I'm looking at my mini-map, and it looks like there's a huge fleet of 5 dropships coming to reinforce this. There's a tank there, luckily this time, so it's going to be able to take out these cannons. And the pylon's been taken out, so these cannons are unpowered. All the probes going down. But meanwhile, a recall going in, and that's a huge recall because on the island Zap, players really don't get a lot of units, and all of Revo's units are over here. But they've mostly been killed, and now that he's in the base, and Revo will be. Sentinel's in the base, and Revo's going to be fighting on reinforcements alone. Only 3 factories he had off of 2 bases. He could have had some more than that. SCV's coming off the line. It's still KnightofNi's in no position to reinforce. He really got destroyed by that Dark Templar, which is really a shame. And now ProbeFarM coming in to reinforce Sentinel with tanks and Marines and Vultures and right in the mineral lines, and this is looking terrible for Internet White Knights. Hivemind looks and Hivemind GG's. Sorry, I just confused the 2 teams at the end. Revo and KnightofNi were Hivemind, and they GG. I'm really sorry I did that right at the end. It was looking like a good commentary up until that. But thank you guys so much for watching, and we are moving on to set 4. We're moving on to set 4 with the Internet White Knights, with Hivemind at risk of elimination. I'm sorry I couldn't get those words out. Hivemind is at risk of elimination now. I know which team is which, even if I can't seem to show it. And I'll see you in the next game, guys. GG.